December 20th, 2023, 8:14 a.m. My phone lit up on the kitchen counter. Mom. I let it buzz itself to silence. 8:19 a.m. My sister. I poured another cup of coffee, watched the steam curl. 8:47 a.m. My brother. The voicemail icon climbed to 11. The group chat hit 23 unread messages. I didn't open any of them. Outside, frost edged the window pane in thin white lines. The house was warm. The quiet felt like wool, heavy and soft. My hand stayed steady on the mug. 5 days before Christmas, and my family had finally noticed. I wasn't coming. It started small. Thanksgiving 2013. I was 22, living an hour from my parents, working my first real job. Mom asked if I could help with a few dishes because she was tired. I said yes. I made 3 sides and a pie. The family raved. I felt proud. The next year she asked again. You're so good at this. I made 5 dishes. By 2015, it wasn't a question anymore. It was assumed. Thanksgiving became my project. Then Christmas. Then Easter. The menu grew. Mom would send lists, long, specific lists. Extended family started weighing in. My aunt wanted her stuffing the way you make it. My brother's girlfriend was vegan one year, paleo the next, keto the year after that. I kept the receipts. I'm not sure why at first. Maybe just habit. Maybe some dim instinct toward proof. November 2013, $287.43. November 2019, $612.18. November 2022, $856.09. No one ever offered to split the cost. I never asked. Asking felt like admitting I wasn't doing it out of love. The email from November 15th, 2022 sat in a folder I labeled Family Holidays. Subject line, Menu Requests. My sister wanted cranberry sauce from scratch, not canned. My dad wanted prime rib this year, since you're so good with the oven. My brother asked if I could do those little appetizer things again. 18 requests, 0 offers to help cook. 1 line at the end from Mom. Can't wait, honey. You make it special. I printed the email. I had a binder by then. 2 inches thick. Receipts, shopping lists, emails, screenshots of group chats with dietary restrictions and arrival time changes, always late, always last minute. The binder sat in my hall closet. I didn't show anyone. I'm not even sure I admitted to myself what I was building. But I kept adding to it. Thanksgiving 2023. My calendar still shows the entry. November 23rd, prep 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. I started before dawn. Turkey in the oven by 6:30. Potatoes peeled, stock simmering, rolls rising under a towel. The house smelled like butter and thyme and something I used to think was love. Dinner was set for 4 p.m. At 2:30, the group chat pinged. My brother, running late lull. My sister. Same traffic. No ETA. The screenshot is timestamped 14:32, 2:32 p.m. I turned the oven down. Covered the rolls. Waited. They arrived at 6:15 p.m. No apologies. My aunt walked in, shrugged off her coat, said, Something smells burnt. Nothing was burnt. We sat down at 6:30. My mom said the turkey was dry. My brother said the potatoes were cold because I'd been holding them on low heat for 2 hours. My sister picked at her plate, asked if the green beans were organic. They ate. I didn't. I was still bringing dishes to the table, refilling drinks, microwaving rolls someone wanted hot. By 8:30 p.m., they were gone. Coats on, Tupperware packed with leftovers I hadn't offered. My dad patted my shoulder on his way out. Great job, kiddo. I stood in the kitchen. Every surface was sticky or stacked. The sink was full. The trash overflowed. I cleaned until 9:45. I made myself a plate. Sat down at the empty table. The mashed potatoes were stiff and cold. The gravy had a skin on top. My phone buzzed. My mom, thanks again. You're the best. The photo on my phone, Metadata says 22:03, 10:03 p.m. Shows that plate. One fork, one napkin. The kitchen light harsh and fluorescent behind it. I looked at that photo for a long time, and something in me went quiet and still. I was done. I drafted the email on November 24th, the morning after Thanksgiving. I let it sit in my drafts folder for a week. I read it every day, changed nothing. December 1st, 2023, 9:15 a.m. I hit send. Subject line, this year. The body was 4 sentences. Hi, everyone. I won't be hosting or attending Christmas this year. I need to step back from holiday cooking. I hope you have a wonderful celebration. I didn't explain. I didn't apologize. I didn't offer alternatives. Mom replied at 11:04 a.m. Very funny. I didn't respond. December 3rd, 7:22 p.m. My sister. Wait, are you serious? I didn't respond. December 8th, my phone log shows 6 missed calls. Mom twice. Dad once. My sister 3 times. I let each one roll to voicemail. I didn't listen to the messages. The group chat bloomed with question marks and gifs, confused faces, sad turkeys, crying, laughing emojis. My aunt sent a private message. Is this about the green beans comment? It wasn't about the green beans. December 10th, 1:27 p.m., my brother texted, chill out. You do this every year. You'll get over it. I read that twice. I felt nothing sharp, just something settling into place like a lock turning. I didn't reply to him either. By mid-December, I'd stopped checking the group chat. The notifications piled up, 40, 60, 83 unread messages. The red bubble sat there like a tiny emergency I didn't have to answer. My evenings were quiet. I read books. I went to bed early. The silence felt clean. Silence, I learned, is a complete sentence. December 15th, the tone changed. Mom's texts lost the emojis. We need to talk about Christmas. This isn't like you. What's really going on? December 18th, 4:44 p.m., she left a voicemail. I have the transcript saved. Her voice was thin, confused. Honey, I don't understand. If this is about money, we can help with groceries. Or if you're tired, we can do something simpler. Maybe just a ham? You don't have to do all the sides. Just please call me back. It's Christmas. December 19th, my sister sent a Venmo request. $100. The note said, please just come. I didn't accept it. That evening, Mom called again. I answered. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted to hear if anything would be different. Mom said, oh, thank God. Honey, what's going on? I said, I told you. I'm not hosting this year. But why? Did someone say something? Is this about Thanksgiving? It's about 10 years, Mom. 10 what? You love cooking. You're so good at it. I never said I wanted to do it every holiday. Well, you never said you didn't. I paused. I'm saying it now. But what are we supposed to do? Your brother can't cook. Your dad and I are too old to handle all that. You handled it before I started. That was different. I don't know, we just did. This is so last minute, sweetheart. Can't you just do this one more year and we'll figure something else out next time? No. Silence. You're being selfish. Okay. She hung up. I set the phone down. My hands weren't shaking. An hour later, my brother texted. December 18th, 1803. Mom's really upset. I told her you'd calm down. You always do. I stared at that message. I told her. He'd said it before. He'd been telling her I'd give in. And Mom had been listening, coordinating with him, waiting for me to fold. December 20th, my dad sent an email. Subject, family meeting request. He wanted to clear the air after the holidays, maybe in January, with a neutral party if that helps. I didn't reply yet, but I saved the email. I replied to my dad's email on December 27th. I said I'd attend a family meeting if we used a professional mediator. I gave him 3 names. He picked Renee Callahan, a licensed marriage and family therapist who did family mediation. We scheduled for January 4th, 2024, 10 a.m., case number FM 2024-0104. I brought the binder. The session was in a small office that smelled like lavender and old carpet. Renee sat at the head of a round table. My parents sat to her left. My brother and sister sat to her right. I sat across from Renee, the binder in front of me. Renee opened with ground rules. Everyone speaks without interruption. We focus on solutions, not blame. She turned to me. Why don't you start by sharing what brought you here? I slid the binder across the table. I said, I've been the unpaid chef for every family holiday for 10 years. This is the record. Renee opened the binder. Can you walk us through this? Receipts from 2013 to 2023. Grocery costs, supplies, equipment I bought. It totals $9,247.68. None of it was reimbursed. My mom said, We didn't ask you to spend that much. Renee said gently, Let's let her finish. I continued. There are also emails with menu requests, group chat screenshots showing arrival times, always late, and photos documenting that I cooked and cleaned alone. My brother said, You never said you had a problem. I said no this year. That wasn't enough? My sister said, We thought you were just mad about something small. This is Exhibit A. 10 years isn't small. Renee turned to my family. What I'm hearing is that there was an unspoken expectation placed on her. Does that sound accurate? My dad said, We just thought she liked doing it. I never said that. My mom said, You never said you didn't. Renee said, Silence isn't consent. If she's telling you now that this was a burden, we need to honor that. There was a pause. Renee continued, I'd like to propose some terms. 1. No expectation that she will cook for family holidays. 2. If she chooses to cook, the family shares costs and cleanup. 3. Holiday plans are discussed collaboratively, not assumed. Does that sound workable? My mom said, I suppose. My brother said quietly, Fine. My sister said, Yeah. My dad said, Agreed. Renee said, I'll write it up. Everyone will sign. Renee typed the terms into a template. She printed 3 copies. We each read it. At 3:32 p.m., we signed. The document listed the terms clearly. 1. No family member shall expect or require another to host or prepare holiday meals. 2. Participation in holiday meal preparation is voluntary. 3. Costs for shared meals will be divided equitably among attending adults. 4. Cleanup. Responsibilities will be shared. At the bottom, 5 signatures. Mine was last. Renee scanned the signed agreement and emailed it to all of us at 4:08 p.m. subject line. Session summary and signed terms. I saved it in 3 places. It was recorded now. February 14th, 2024. My parents invited me to a small Valentine's dinner, just the immediate family. I said I'd come and bring appetizers if they wanted. They said yes. They Venmo'd me $40 the next day. The note said, for the appetizers. I accepted it. It felt strange, formal, like a transaction between acquaintances. But it was fair. Easter, March 30th. My dad emailed asking if I'd help with brunch. I said I'd make a frittata. He sent $65. Note, Easter brunch stuff. The terms were holding. But not everyone was happy. My brother grew cold. May 2nd, he texted the group. I'm skipping Mother's Day dinner. No explanation. He stopped replying to group chats. When I saw him at my nephew's birthday in June, he barely spoke to me. I didn't chase him. My aunt, the one who'd commented on the burnt smell that wasn't there, sent her RSVP for Easter on April 10th. One word, decline. And she didn't come to Mother's Day either. Or the 4th of July. My mom mentioned it once, carefully. I think she's just busy. I didn't reply. The family gatherings got smaller, quieter. There was less food, less fuss. We ordered pizza for Father's Day. My sister brought a store-bought cake to my mom's birthday. No one complained. The system held. December 25th, 2024. My calendar said, dinner with friends, 5 p.m. I woke up without dread. I made a small roast chicken, garlic mashed potatoes, and a salad. I baked one pie, cranberry pear because I like cranberry pear. I set the table for 6. My friends arrived on time. They brought wine, bread, flowers. We cooked the last few things together. Someone mashed the potatoes. Someone else tossed the salad. I pulled the chicken from the oven and we all cheered. We sat down at 6:14 p.m. The candles were crooked in their holders, dripping wax onto the tablecloth. No one cared. The photo on my phone, metadata 1814 6:14 p.m., shows the table mid-meal. Plates half empty, glasses catching the light, faces mid-laugh. You can see my hand in the corner, holding a fork, relaxed. No one asked me to make anything I didn't offer. No one arrived late. No one left me with the mess. We cleaned up together, listening to music, passing dishes in a warm, soapy assembly line. I wrote in my journal the next morning, December 26, 2024. I made exactly what I wanted. I shared it with people who saw the work. It felt like a gift I gave freely, not one I was expected to wrap. That's all. That's the whole story. I didn't go back to the old holidays. My family didn't ask me to. The terms we signed in January still sit in my inbox, a quiet paper trail that protects my peace. I make what I want now, and I eat it warm.